Good morning. Good morning. Oh, let me turn this down. Okay, so quick little thing here. In discussion with this whole Kelly, Trump, whatever going on, okay? And the enemy within thing, okay? The enemy within is not necessarily a person as much as an ideology or desire. One of the best ways of understanding it comes from the Bible, because it is our sinful nature. It's not necessarily the devil. It's our sinful nature. It's our sinful nature to sin. It does things through the flesh that ruin the spiritual. Okay? So it isn't necessarily Satan. Okay? In political, or even, I won't even go political first. I will go physical first. Clinical. Okay? Yes, the alcohol destroys. If you're an alcoholic, alcoholics destroy their body with alcohol. But it's the desire to go there. It's the desire of an addict, no matter what the substance is, to go there. That is the sinful nature. Okay? It could be lust. It could be sex. It could be, hatred. It could be whatever. That's the sinful nature. Okay? That is the enemy within. Okay? And when someone starts to throw that term around, it must be also put forth that why they are doing that. And chances are, if they're pointing their finger at somebody saying there's an enemy within, okay, you can either listen to them or examine it further. Upon further examination, that enemy will expose itself. Okay? That nature will expose itself. It's happened throughout history. Okay? You can go all the way back to the Bible on this one. But Spanish Inquisition, you can go on to Nazism, you can go on Germany, any of those things. And it may have seemed like well-intended, maybe at some degree, but the whole point is it was a desire by something or someone, some faction, and they started pointing the finger, and I guarantee you it's saying that other people were bad, to destroy another human through that means. Okay? That's the sinful nature. What is the sinful nature of that? Power. Money. Manipulating a whole genealogy or a whole group to achieve their own goals. Okay? That is the enemy within. Like I said, it's not necessarily the person. It is, or the Satan of it all, the devil of it all. It is the ideology, the desire, and the drive to do that, to destroy another human. Okay? I find it odd that the Republican Party, and I used to be one, I find it odd that the Republican Party, who has absorbed for decades the religious right, Christianity, holding up the cross, proclaiming Jesus in their life. I find it odd that the religious right, I don't find it odd as much as it ticks me off, but they have taken they have taken this enemy within thought and process, which they know what very well, for the most part, or they're supposed to have, and turned it on other people. The only problem is, or another group, be it liberals, be it Democrats, whatever. The thing is that it, once again, it exposes itself. When the Republican Party took on a candidate that was not a Republican, but basically on a popularity contest, essentially, and oh, that's okay, we can convert him. We can do, the problem is his sinful nature is power. His sinful nature is money. And there was no possible way that you were going to turn around and take that away from him. And even scarily more, there's a chance that his sinful nature will be far more powerful and disruptive towards your cause as being Republicans than what you're bargaining for. That's where we're at. That is exactly where we're at. And I don't know, I can't say that Trump's pulling all the strings. I know that they keep him in a bubble for a reason, because of age and whatever. And I'm saying this outright. I wish everyone would get fucking along, period. I wish everyone would go back to governing a nation rather than pointing fingers, period. Okay? I'll say it that way. There's no hate in me. I want to see America be great again. But I am not seeing that. If it's through means calling out a group or a demographic and saying they're the enemy within, we're going down the wrong road. We're listening to the wrong mentor. We are not holding up values that way. We're actually doing the opposite. Okay? There is an issue at hand right now where there's throwing around this enemy within. Okay? Hoping to teach, I guess. Hoping to instruct, hoping to infiltrate the American public mind with this ideology. But what they're doing is they're trying to twist the actual term and pointing it out. When in reality, the enemy within is the ideology that is the thought that other people in this country are that bad, and that we have to ruin them in order to make America great again. That's what the crux of it is. Plain and simple. It's not right. It's not even real. It's not real. It's not true at all. Just like the addiction. Okay? It isn't the person with that's an addict. Okay? That's the problem. It's not even the drink itself or the drug itself or the whatever the attachment is. It's that desire. That false fucking desire that can be exposed. You take away that desire, you take away that, and voila. All of a sudden you're healing in ways that that I'll say God intended. You're healing in ways that your mind and your body, whether you believe in spiritual or not, intended. Okay? Same thing. You take away that ideology, that desire that currently is in place, sitting in the Oval Office. Not himself. He's old. But where he comes from is a place that a lot of us, the bulk of us do not know. We've never been silver spooned. I don't know how many times he's ever walked into a grocery store in his lifetime. We go there once a week, at least. Complete different mindset. Okay? He's never, ever been in that mindset. And he's trying to govern people of that thought process, thinking he knows better. When in reality, the enemy that is within is his desire for power and for money. Period. Period. That's the enemy within, right there. I got nothing but love for you. I really do pray for this country. And it's a very deep, as deep calls out on the deep subject. But if you've hung with me this long, then now you kind of get a full circle of what I'm talking about. You know? There's been nothing but one measure after another driving at the ability to completely take control of power forever and ever, amen, by a person who does not care about any other things of substance outside of money and his desire for power. To that we have a problem. Okay? Got nothing but love for you. Have a good one.